Why animals rarely exercise? The muscles are still so developed. Humans have to keep exercising. Look at the gorillas in the zoo. Every day except for cooking is sleeping. They don't exercise. He can grow into a big dick with tendons. The muscle lines are still smooth. Humans want to be muscular. You have to work out in the gym all day. Drink protein powder and even take medicine for 2.5 years to achieve something small. There's also the risk of flying mountains and ribs passing on planets. Even so, human muscles are thriving. It was also Suguan wiping tears in front of him. I want to cry. Humans currently hold the world record for deadlift weight. It's 501 kilograms of the Magic Mountain, and an adult silverback gorilla can easily lift 800 kilograms. It's just a tree monster. I saw a gorilla once take on to Tyrannosaurus or the Australian kangaroo, even in captivity in a zoo. Not as much exercise. Their muscles are also perfectly lined. You can even flatten the iron sheet with your bare hands and move the screw glue. Other animals, even the cows and horses in the zoo, you can build muscles without exercising. And cows and horses can only be treated with garbage without exercise. Reasons, of course, there are many. The most important thing is for us humans and animals. Genetic talent is a little different. Most vertebrates have gene for myostatin. The main function is to adjust the bone by negative the growth and development of frontal muscles to prevent muscle overgrowth. And we humans are special. It's an intellectual appliance. After having such a high energy consuming organ as the brain, how high can it be? Let's put it this way. I had to math classes in high school. Hungry and dizzy. And now lie down and brush the edge video for 2 hours. Still down when hoo-hoo. Because of how much energy the brain consumes. And more muscles mean higher basal metabolism. Required energy. The more. That's a good brain and big muscles. You can't have both. Because more of the precious energy goes to the brain. If you give muscle, that head will be pointy. That is to say, muscle is enough for humans. It doesn't need to be too big. Myostatin gene in humans. Extremely active. Human cells. It produces huge amounts of myostatin to stop uncontrolled muscle growth. The brains of animals are not burdened by Gao-Heonan. Their myostatin gene is ubiquitous. No humans are active. As mentioned earlier, the kangaroo has this mutation. Causes a decrease in the function of myostatin. So even if they don't exercise, the muscles are also very large. There's another kind of cow, the Belgian orchid. Looks very human. Also because of the defect. So they don't secrete muscle growth inhibition. Adult weight can grow to 3 tons. Muscles all over. And among us humans, only a few. Myostatin gene. Inactive gifted player. Most people want to build muscle. You have to exercise honestly. We exercise the essence of building muscle. In fact, first through strength training. To tear muscle fibers. Then add protein. Let them reconnect. The muscle fibers will grow thicker and bigger than before. Of course, friendly reminder. This tensile crack in the repair of the enlarged method. Only for muscles. Don't cook anything. And we want to keep the muscle from losing. You need some exercise. Long-term sedentary dry videos like stealing fleece. Not only will you lose muscle, can cause muscle stiffness. And there it is. Ever since humans learned to use tools, the way of hunting becomes chase hunting. Hunting requires endurance. Endurance. It doesn't require extra thick muscle fibers to support it. Explosive power is required. We will see. Sprinters tend to have larger muscles, and distance runners are thin. That's the truth. One relies on explosive power, one is endurance. So since humans have chosen the endurance type plus point, naturally, you don't need a lot of muscles. And also genetically, hip fat is a better survival strategy than hip muscle. That famine can last a while. Guarantee the survival rate of the population. From an evolutionary perspective, large muscles with low body fat percentage are anti-human, even within the entire class of mammals. Human body fat percentage is also on the high side. Don't look at the pigs on the farm as fat as pigs. In fact, the average pig body fat percentage is a bit lower than in humans. Pigs eat and sleep and eat, never strength training. Body fat percentage is lower than in humans. It's in the genes. The factory settings are like this. So why don't many animals exercise? Can grow that much muscle? This question, they're just genes that focus differently, essentially. We envy gorillas for sleeping all day without exercising. Bigger than our muscles. They also envy us for sleeping all day without thinking. Smarter than a circus monkey.